I love you enough to see your perspective, but not enough to change my direction. I can't take credit for that. That's a quote from Mark Myers, a YouTuber I recently started watching. I tuned into his TikTok live and it really resonated with me. But I want to talk about two things. And this is just going to be a life discourse video. Your absence speaks louder than words. We're going to be talking about the 48 laws of power, and I believe it's law 16. Use your absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you're already established in a group, temporarily withdraw about it and you'll be more talked about or even admired. You must know when to leave. Create value through scarcity. Remember, in the beginning, make yourself not scarce, but omnipresent. Only what is seen, appreciated, and loved will be missed in its absence. So, the best thing we can do sometimes is to remove our energy from situations, people, environment, and relationships. Because as a person on this spaceship Earth, what Will Harrison likes to say, and I love that, so I'm taking that from you, Will. We are all important. I don't think you understand how important you are, how intriguing you are, how mysterious you are, how valuable you are. Your energy is valuable. If you can walk into a room and influence it, may it be through your charm, your charisma, may that be through your pumped up Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy, may that be through your optimism, may that be through your words, may that be through your silence, may that be through your presence. Your energy in itself is gold, because at the end of the day, when we leave this earth, when we go to heaven, or when we reincarnate, or whatever happens after we leave, we cannot take with us the people, we cannot take with us the money, we cannot take with us the cars, the house, anything. But we can leave our mark, and we take our energy with us when we go on past this life. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about is what is the difference between a friend and an enemy? Because if you think about it, a friend is somebody you accept into your vicinity and you treat as family, not in the sense of if you came from a bad family, you treat this friend badly, but in a way that you treat this person a part of your soul tribe. You treat this person as they were your actual sister or brother. You adopt this person into your life, into your vicinity as your friend. And when we build friendship, right, we slowly but surely decide to trust one another. We become our biggest supporters. We become our biggest cheerleaders. We love our friends. We give effortlessly to our friends. Our energy exchange is equal. And friendship can last a lifetime. Sometimes friendship is here for a season. Sometimes your friends are still your friends and they're cheering you from afar, even if they have moved to a different state, city, or country. Sometimes friendships are rather short. And sometimes they're just a year. Sometimes they're 10 to 20 years, you know. And I believe friendship's so beautiful and so loving and kind. But a friend has a keen interest in you. A friend has a keen interest in your life. And you have a keen interest in them and their life. So what is an enemy? An enemy is somebody who does not celebrate your upcoming goals. An enemy is somebody who does not partake in, rejoice in your happiness. An enemy is somebody who is not trustworthy. An enemy is someone who does not keep your secrets. An enemy is someone who plots against you, right? From what we know. But what do these two things have in common? Both these people have a keen interest in you. That's why a lot of rappers, a lot of celebrities say, my haters are my fan base, or my haters made me famous. It's really interesting to me because I feel like, you know, as a YouTuber, as an influencer, as a person in general, the more I am seen, the more I am heard, the more backlash I receive. And I don't know. It's just something to think about, you know. I'm an Aquarius stellium, so I'm constantly in my head thinking about these things. And I was thinking the other day, what if enemies don't actually exist? What if enemies are simply, they want to be our friends so bad that they become distraught and they turn it inward? Or perhaps an enemy is just a fraction of ourselves reflecting in a mirror who we are, a darker side of ourselves that we must confront. Perhaps they're showing us a part of ourselves that we push down, that we repress, and they show it openly and honestly. And the universe brings this person into our life, this said enemy, for us to see that darkness. If somebody likes to gossip, that is an enemy. Perhaps you had an issue with gossiping when you were younger, or you're going through that right now, and maybe God or the universe is showing this person again and again to help you let go of that. Maybe this enemy has anger issues, and deep down you have anger issues, but you repress them, you suppress them, you pretend they're not there, and it causes you to be very, very chill until you blow up. And perhaps that's why the universe has placed them there. These are just my thoughts, perspectives. Take it if it resonates. If not, I don't really care now. If you haven't already seen my Scorpio rising video, you can always refer back to that. I'm currently going through a transformation where I'm being more authentically myself and speaking truly, and I have unblocked my throat chakra, or on the way to completely unblocking my throat chakra as I stumble over my words. But yeah, I was just thinking about friends and enemies, and I was like, it's interesting. Both friends and enemies have a keen interest in your life. And sometimes when we cut off our friends, they turn into enemies because they have this obsession and they're like, I'm always in their life. And that's what, I was reading from this book, when you withdraw your energy, it becomes very valuable. We think more about our friends who have moved away. We think more about our lovers that we have broken up with than the people that we see all the time. We don't really see someone's value until they're gone. Until they're physically not there, or they're energetically not there. They're invested in something else. It's like the little kid getting so excited when dad comes home. They're like, oh my God, dad, you're home from work. Well, why aren't they praising mom? Because mom's been around all day. And there's nothing to do with mom and dad, like or dislike, maybe, but it's because they had that absence and it causes them to miss them. So with our friends and enemies, I feel that if you're going through that, struggling through that, kind of, realize something interesting about you. There's something keen about you that someone has directed their energy towards you and labeled themselves as an enemy. And then also, what is the universe trying to reflect to you? You know, what are the traits that you really dislike about this person that keep coming up over and over again? Have you addressed these traits already? If so, then maybe the universe is testing your patience. It could be as simple as that. The universe is testing, you put off this persona, you put off this reputation to your friends, your family, to the public image that you're calm, cool, and collected, that you are a peacemaker, that you are a light worker, that you are loved, that you are caring, that you're compassionate, that you use your gifts in an honest and honorable way. So I'm sending this person as a test to see if you can still be compassionate, because it's easy to be kind to people who are kind to us. It's far more challenging to give genuine kindness and compassion to others. And I'm not saying that you should ever accept any type of physical, mental, or emotional abuse or harassment. I strongly and highly believe you should always stand up for yourself in the most respectful but assertive way. But I'm also saying send compassion to people that keep showing up in your life. Or look at what the universe, because sometimes, certain zodiac signs will come into your life. For example, I had a lot of Aries come into my life, and that taught me that I needed to stand up for myself, that I needed to be more independent, and that I needed to start doing things without caring what people thought about me. Because Aries doesn't see the end goal. Aries jumps without a net. Aries is, a trendsetter. They're a pioneer. They make their own way. And I'm hearing the song, "You Can Go Your Own Way." So when a certain zodiac sign keeps showing up in your life, when a certain person that may be negative or whatever shows up in your life, what is the lesson? Is there a part of yourself that you got to look into? And if not, it's a test of your character. Because who you are in front of everyone can put on a mask and a persona. I can put on a mask and a persona that I'm the happiest person in the world and my life is perfect and I'm amazing and I never have any troubles. But, when it comes down to it, what is seen in the dark will be shown in the light. So how I act when I'm alone, how I act to that grocery clerk, how I act to that restaurant server, how I act to children, how I act to animals, how I act to my friends, my family, to a complicated situation. When I get frustrated, because we're all humans, we all go through frustration. If I can keep my calm, my composure, my peace, if I can stand up for myself and be respectful to others, but to act in a way that I'm proud of myself for how I acted, that's when you're being the true you. And I know this gets a little preachy, but it's just something on my heart that I want to say. Be the true you. Imagine if your life was on camera every day. How screwed would you be? But just imagine if your life was on camera every day. Would you be yelling at the dog like that? Would you be especially nasty over the phone or on the internet? Would you be condescending? Would you start raising your voice? No, you're on camera. And imagine it's like the Truman Show. Your life's on camera for the entire world. You would act like you're being watched. So in a way, that is contradictory, because again, you could just put on a mask of you being this great person and you're like, oh, I am on camera. But I guess just maybe imagine if you're secretly on camera. I don't know what I'm trying to convey with this, but basically just act. A lot of people say God knows what is done in the dark. God sees all. And I feel like that is true in the sense that God and the universe and your higher self and your guardian angels and guides and Saturn, Big Daddy Saturn, your karma, sees all. So if you find yourself wanting to react to something happening in your life, if you find yourself feeling frustrated, if you find yourself asking, this isn't me, I don't usually act like this. I don't usually raise my voice. I don't usually say those words. Take Take a step back. Observe the situation. Observe the situation as you would a stranger. And sometimes when we talk slower, when we take a couple breaths, when we take a walk, when we realize that someone's anger or someone's words is simply a projection of themselves, and maybe it's because they're not feeling good. Maybe it's because they're going through something emotionally. Maybe they don't have a lot of power at their job and their family and their home, and they don't know where to place that energy other than you. That takes a lot of the load off of you. That has changed my life. When I realized what projection was, wow, that just I stopped caring as much, because I used to be very sensitive. You know, I'm on the cusp of Pisces, although I'm very logical. Words do tend to hurt me. I rather have physical pain, you know, tattoo, piercing. I rather go through physical pain than emotional pain, with that Pisces and Scorpio and a little bit of Cancer too in my chart, and just of being an empath in general. So once you realize that people's words are just a projection of the current moment, and maybe something else that's going on that's deeper, you just let it go. And once you realize the opinion of myself is really the only one that matters, let's say it together. The opinion of myself is really the only one that matters. Yes, class, we got it. That's my mantra right now, going through this transformation. So that's it, guys. I know this video ran long. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you have a lucky day and soon to be Thanksgiving. Peace out.